The decorations are already up, your tree is trimmed, your stockings are hung, the lights are gleaming, you may have even tackled some wrapping. Good for you if you have. But my next guest is honing us in on the dainty little decorating details. A few finishing touches will polish off your Christmas decorating. These DIYs will make it all feel extra fancy and festive. Michelle Inkley joins me at the craft table. Great to see you.
You too, Brett.
So there's arts and crafts. These are more elegance and crafts.
Yes. A few years ago, I was in New York at Christmas, and Anthropologie had the most stunning tree.
New York, Anthropologie, Christmas.
Perfect storm.
Trifecta.
So I took a picture of it, and I've been since then wanting to do this tree, and I haven't had it till this year. So I started doing my Christmas tree. It is not the right Christmas colors, right? It's Anthropologie, so it's these jewel tones and pastels, and it's hard to find things that will go with that feeling because it's not really trendy right now.
You can't shop that.
It's hard to shop.
Yeah.
So I started thinking outside the box, thinking what could I do to spread that like tree feeling throughout my living room, and I came up with a few ideas.
Okay,
so that's what I'm going to show you today.
We talk about how the devil is in the details, but really the details are where these ideas come to life.
Yes.
These are small, these are dainty, but they're the things that people will pause and admire and ask about.
Yes, they're so sweet, and they're also easy.
Good.
Because you know me, it's got to be easy.
We're going to start with these gold pin snowflakes, which I see the simplicity, but I also see just how spectacular they are. They're beautiful.
Yes, so these were hanging from the ceiling around the Christmas tree in Anthropologie, and I'm like, what are those? They were so pretty. So on closer inspection, guess what they were?
Were they really clothespins?
Yes, they were these regular, buy them on Amazon for a couple bucks clothespins.
Yeah.
And so what you want to do is, they're super easy just to tear them apart.
You're so strong. That was very impressive.
Wasn't that? I've been working out.
I had an up close look at that. She snapped it like a toothpick or a clothespin.
Yes.
Okay.
So just pull off that little thing, and then you're going to hot glue those pieces together.
Okay, because I was sitting here saying, but where did you get the frilly ones? The reverse side.
The inside is gorgeous.
The curvature.
Isn't that pretty?
That is really a lovely little wood carving.
I know, it's so fun. Then you just take the little noses and hot glue all the noses together into a star.
And that's it?
Spray paint them. Put a pretty ribbon. And you've got a gleaming sky.
Look at the ribbon you've done. It's actually a strand of sequins.
I kind of wanted to add to the star by using really pretty ribbons. And there's some fun stuff out there.
Some eyelash yarn and some gold rickrack. Where are you putting these in your home?
And so last year I had some hanging from the ceiling around my tree. And that's where I wanted to put these. So hopefully, fingers crossed.
And the mini clothespins.
We'll get those. Yeah. Super easy.
Goodness.
A little spray paint, a little, sparkle, and you're done.
Who knew that the inside out of the clothespin was pretty much scalloped? Anthropologie knew, and so did Michelle.
They did. They did.
And now we do too. All right, your next little mini creation is this star wreath. Okay,
so I have a million bottle brush trees.
Yeah.
I love them. I buy them, and then I have a million. I'm like, well, what am I going to do with these? So I found some fun things to do with them, and I love the idea of having a little hanging wreath like on your flower container, or on, inside of another wreath, or on your Christmas tree, or just hanging these little sparkles of color that match your Christmas decor somewhere.
It's the mininess.
So it's the mininess. So what I did was I took my bottle brush trees.
Yes.
And all of these little tutorials are going to be on my Instagram within the next couple of weeks. So check there and I'll show you the step by step. But I took off the bases of the trees, and then I hot glued the bottle brushes together.
This is amazing.
So yeah, super easy. Just take them off and hot glue them together. That will leave you a center part in the middle. So like this little hole right there.
Oh, he's slipping.
And you are going to fill the hole. We're going to fill the hole with a whole bunch of fluff and tinsel and little jingle bells, little flowers, any little like doodads that have fallen off of other items.
You're going to use the excess to stuff the tree.
To stuff it. Then all you want to do is hot glue a gorgeous like velvet ribbon or something spectacular.
Yes.
And hang it somewhere fun.
Can we go back to that finished picture? It's almost like a game of Where's Waldo as your eyes try to Dissect. That was the word I was looking for there.
So
dissect what's happening.
Yeah, so you just, the more, right? You can make him simple, but the more, the better on these little tiny things. Because if you have something little, look at the details. You can put little tiny trees and stars and jingle bells and ribbons in there to add a pop in this little 6-inch space.
They're darling.
But it's kind of glam.
Darling, more is more.
More is more on that.
Caption Michelle Inkley. Yes, yes. What else? Let's stay in bottle brush tree land. What else are you doing?
So my tree, again, is so fancy and like colorful that I wanted to add these little clip-ons. Now, these, if you remember back in the German times, they had these clips that they put the candles in. And so I thought, how fun to add the color to my flocked tree with the bottle brushes.
Yes.
And all I did was hot glue it to this clip. I bent down the little tongs and I took my tree and I hot glued it in like that.
So you're putting mini trees on your tree?
Yeah.
Cutest.
Because why not?
Well, listen, texture, color,
yes,
a little bit of sparkle, and that detail we talked about.
Yes, and this is super easy. Again, this is the modern look for my tree.
Clean.
If you wanted to zhuzh it up and make it a little more vintage, again, before you hot glue him in.
Look, hold on. Modern, Michelle Inkley. Modern, the rest of us, Michelle Inkley.
This is a little more, you know, vintagey, but then before you hot glue them in, put all that little zhuzh into the little cup.
So cute.
Again, the flowers, the extra little things. They make so cute for like toppers.
Would have never thought. That's very like Who inspired, The Grinch, you know, like very over the top.
Well, and because it has a clip, I feel like you can put it on top of a present.
Yes.
You can clip it in your tree. You could clip 20 of these on a wreath, which would be so fun.
Put it on a napkin ring.
Yes, or instead of putting it on the clip, use it on this napkin ring. So hot glue all your little things on one of these little hoops. This is wooden hoops that you can get from Amazon, of course.
Cute.
And create that on your dining room table.
I'm gonna say it again, cute. Okay, and you've got a way to dress up kind of our mantle fair?
Okay, so then we've all done the ribbon bundles. Yeah. Which is gathering 8 to 10 ribbons and putting them together. This is a little bit different take. It's called a ribbon swag. Okay. So what we want to do on a ribbon swag is do something like this. So we're talking monochromatic colors. And it's just a few. So 3 maybe monochromatic colors, these are all in green, with different textures. Okay. Okay, then we want to add our pop of color, so whatever color our decor is. Okay. Add a teeny bit of pop of color, and then like 1 statement ribbon. Okay. Okay, so I love anything with words or maybe a fun like rifle print flower something.
So that's our 4 ribbon formula.
That's
2 monochrome, 1 pop of color, 1 pattern or statement.
Then you're gonna add a 3-dimensional layer to this. So because I've kind of got the 60s anthropology vibe, I have these little hoop rings right here. And that's gonna add my texture to the swag. Love it. What else could add the sparkle. So everything is kind of, you know, in these little bells are so hot right now. Yes. So add the bells to your ribbon, super easy. Then the other thing that I loved, if you wanted a little bit extra, is these ornaments. You can buy them separate. And I tied them on the velvet ribbon. Look how pretty. Add whatever ornaments are on your tree to your swag. Yes. So you get the ribbon bundle, but you get this little extra pop that ties it into your decor.
And can we just have a moment for the bowl? Is this just a supply stash?
That is my supply stash.
Well, it's decoration.
It looks so pretty in my office.
It does. It actually does. Inspiration for all of these projects, which you say you're going to break down on your Instagram.
Yes, they'll be on my Instagram, so we'll do a whole bunch of tutorials. You can see the step-by-step for them. But
where do we find you, sister?
theglitzypear.com for the blog post and theglitzypear on Instagram for the reels.
She is your gal for everything extra, doable, but extra, and a lot of sparkle in between. Merry Christmas. Thank you, Michelle. We love you. Go to the Glitzy Pear for the breakdown on all of these projects.